horizon and she suddenly wanted to be away from this place. "Priority 1 message from Admiral Cody," said XR. "What is the message?" "You will return to the base immediately. Please acknowledge." "Of course I damn well acknowledge. What does he want?" "I have no further information for you, ma'am." "Can't he speak with me here?" "I have no further information for you, ma'am." Keller used her Pfauer augmentation to link with the transport's flight computer and ordered it to fly to the Fortress 3 base at top speed. The journey didn't take long, but Keller had ample time to interrogate the Space Corps databanks, where she discovered something entirely unexpected. "Well, well," she said under her breath. "There's a name I haven't heard in a long time." With a feeling of nervousness and anticipation, Lieutenant Becky Keller brought the shuttle in to land. 1. Admiral Scott Cody was a broad man of advancing years and with the same short-cropped grey hair worn by seemingly every male admiral in the Space Corps, as well as some of the females. Cody paced the length of his office, making no effort to disguise his agitation. He stopped exactly 2 paces before one blue-painted wall, spun, walked and repeated the process at the opposite wall. Every so often, he cursed under his breath. Admiral Cody was not renowned for his patience, and today he looked properly pissed off. Lieutenant Covops Joe Nation shifted, unable to get comfortable in a chair which probably cost 10,000 Fed bucks. The room smelled of coffee and leather, and he could hear a high-pitched background squeal of electronics. Nation flexed his right arm and felt the faintest sensation of movement from the Estral motors which powered his body. There were some parts of him which were almost original, but he was damned if he could remember where in his body they were. He'd given up his flesh, and here he was, a pile of augmentations clad in artificial skin, with his consciousness fed into a data array designed to withstand a direct hit from an Estral sledgehammer. He suppressed a shiver. Estolia leaked cold, and he could never seem to get warm since the surgeons finished with him. Another 5 uneasy minutes passed before Nation heard the office door hiss open. He turned in his seat to see a very familiar woman enter. She was in her late 20s, with a slim, athletic build, dark hair tied up and the most piercing green eyes. She wore a tight-fitting black cloth uniform without adornment. "Lieutenant Becky Keller," said Cody with a nod. His voice was deep, like he'd taken lessons in how to project it. "Take a seat." Keller sat. "This is Lieutenant Joe Nation," Cody went on. "He's another one from the labs. Covert ops." Nation nodded acknowledgement. "We've met before, sir." "Once or twice?" said Keller dryly. "Well, that's good," said Cody. "It means we don't have to waste time on how-do-you-dos." He began another trip towards the wall, thought better of it, and sat opposite the two of them. His desk was clear apart from a communicator and a couple of screens. Without moving his eyes, Cody leaned forward and switched the communicator to silent. "Folks, there's some shit going on," he said. Nation knew when it was time to stay quiet, and Keller had the same instinct. They waited. "We've got ourselves a problem over an ISOB 2. Nation scratched his head and took the bait. "That's an Estral facility, sir." "Quite right, Lieutenant. It's one of their 6 subsidiary teronium refinement bases. You know the ones. Where they perform civilian research." He drummed his thick fingers on the desktop. "There's been an incident." "What kind of incident?" asked Keller. "It's one of those everyone's dead kind of incidents. Under the terms of our treaty, we sent out a team 2 days ago. Their attempts to find out what happened aren't going to plan." Humans and Estral had been involved in on-off wars for decades, and it was only recently the Confederation had gained enough of an upper hand to begin dictating conditions at the end of what was a long, drawn-out conflict. One of those conditions imposed strict controls on the Estral's ability to refine obsidia teronium into its much more potent form, Estolia, and, more specifically, to put it to military uses. 2 days is plenty of time for a preliminary evaluation. What's the hold-up? Asked Keller. The Estral don't want us there. Cody's face twisted angrily. They're cleaning up the evidence even while our team tries to find out what's going on. They signed an agreement to limit their refinement to just stabilized obsidia teronium. Why don't we clear the facility of Estral and get on with the job? Said Nation. ISOB 2 is deep inside Estral territory, Lieutenant. It's all very...